Hey, how you doing today? I've got a big question for you, and it's a question about you personally. Have you got an ache, a pain, a niggle, a bad back, a bad knee, a bad hip, whatever it might be? I should think the chances of you saying yes to that are pretty likely, which is fairly scary. And as you know, I'm in the business of healthcare, and I would probably say that me and my colleagues have a call on therapy type services, probably more than any other thing in health. So you're talking physio, chiro, osteo, that sort of stuff. And I suspect the same is reflected in the NHS as well. And I think the issue with this is that it's very often easy to medicalise something, an ache or a pain in our body. Now, I'm not saying don't seek out advice from a therapist. And it may well be that you've had something like a kinetic event. So, anything that's a smash or an accident, a car crash, lifting too many weights, slipping, sliding, whatever that's occurred to make your body ache. But here's the thing, it's an amazing machine, your body, and it really shouldn't ache. And there is a very, very high chance that the reason that you've got aches and pains is probably occupational. So unless it's kinetic or it's come about because you've got another ailment in your body, it's probably occupational. And that can start from your 20s onwards. So this can be by doing too much sitting, whatever it is, being in a position too often. And I get a lot of calls about this, and it's really sad because these people are often in a lot of pain. But I'm not telling you not to go to a therapist, but bear in mind that if you go to a therapist, it's also important to remove the stimulus that probably caused you to have that niggle in the first place. And I'm, as you may or may not know if you follow me, have been a chronic asthmatic. I spent a lot of my childhood in an oxygen tent. So you can imagine that things like cats, dogs and horses aren't great for me. And I'm telling you this because it's a great metaphor. It's a bit like saying, right, Dave, take your Ventolin. And that means you can then go and cuddle the cats and horses. Unfortunately, the body doesn't work like that. And if I was to do that, my histamines would go through the roof. Inflammation will start in my body again, and I will wheeze and my eyes will turn red. And really, in a way, that's exactly what's happening to you with your body if you carry on sitting down for loads of hours in the day and driving. And I know because I've been through it myself. And I want to assure you that any amount of gym or any amount of exercise outside of sitting for 8 hours a day is unlikely to impact you significantly, which is really sad. And by all means, I'm not saying don't go to a therapist, but also remove the stimulus and the environment that probably causes ache and pain, because you do have this awesome machine and it won't hurt, I promise you. I haven't got an ache in my body and I do crazy things with it. But it's because I've been concentrating and removing those stimulus. And yeah, I'm only human. I end up sitting for a few days because I forget to wind my desk back up. But I can feel it straight away. I can feel it in my hip or whatever. And up I get again and my body's back to normal. So I hope that helps. Take care, stay safe and stay strong.